சாகரா பந்தளபாலா சரணமையப்பா சுவாமி சரணமையப்பா சரணமையப்பா சுவாமி சரணமையப்பா கமலலோச்சனா சுவாமி சரணமையப்பா கமலலோச்சனா சுவாமி சரணமையப்பா கரிவராசனா சுவாமி சரணமையப்பா கரிவராசனா சுவாமி சரணமையப்பா நயனரஞ்சிதா சுவாமி சரணமையப்பா நயனரஞ்சிதா சுவாமி சரணமையப்பா ஆனந்த சாகரா பந்தளபாலா ஆனந்த சாகரா பந்தளபாலா சரணமையப்பா சுவாமி சரணமையப்பா சரணமையப்பா சுவாமி சரணமையப்பா ஹரிஹராத்மஜா சுவாமி சரணமையப்பா ஹரிஹராத்மஜா சுவாமி சரணமையப்பா விரிஞ்சவல்சலா சுவாமி சரணமையப்பா விரிஞ்சவல்சலா சுவாமி சரணமையப்பா சரணகீர்த்திதா சுவாமி சரணமையப்பா பிரபஞ்ச ரட்சகா சுவாமி சரணமையப்பா ஆனந்த சாகரா பந்தளபாலா ஆனந்த சாகரா பந்தளபாலா சரணமையப்பா சுவாமி சரணமையப்பா சரணமையப்பா சுவாமி சரணமையப்பா சரணமையப்பா சுவாமி சரணமையப்பா சுவாமி சரணமையப்பா What happened to this one? தெரியாது நான் சொல்லுவேன் சாம்ப சதா சிவ சாம்ப சதா சிவ சாம்ப சதா சிவ சாம்ப சிவ சாம்ப சதா சிவ சாம்ப சதா சிவ சாம்ப சதா சிவ சாம்ப சிவ அல்புத விக்கிரக அமராதி சாம்ப சதா சிவ சாம்ப சதா சிவ சாம்ப சதா சிவ சாம்ப சிவ ஆனந்தாமிருத ஆஸ்ரித ரக்ஷக ஆத்மானந்த மகேஷ சிவ சாம்ப சதா சிவ சாம்ப சதா சிவ சாம்ப சதா சிவ சாம்ப சிவ இந்து கலாதர இந்திராதி பிரிய சுந்தர ரூப சுரேஷ சிவ அம்ப சதா சிவ சாம்ப சதா சிவ சாம்ப சதா சிவ சாம்ப சிவ ஈஷ சுரேஷ மகேஷ ஜன பிரிய கேசவ சேவித கீர்த்தி சிவ சாம்ப சதா சிவ சாம்ப சதா சிவ சாம்ப சதா சிவ சாம்ப சிவ உரகாதி பிரிய உரக விபூஷண நரக விநாச நடேஷ சிவ சாம்ப சதா சிவ साम्ब सदा शिव साम्ब सदा शिव साम्ब शिव ओजिद दानवनाश पराल्पर आर्जित पाप विनाश शिव साम्ब सदा शिव साम्ब सदा शिव साम्ब सदा शिव साम्ब शिव ऋग्वेद श्रुति मौलि विभूषण चन्द्राग्नि त्रिनेत्र शिव साम्ब सदा शिव साम्ब सदा शिव साम्ब सदा शिव साम्ब शिव त्रिपनामादिप्रपञ्च विलक्षण तापनिवारण तत्त्वशिव साम्ब सदा शिव साम्ब सदा शिव साम्ब सदा शिव साम्ब शिव स्वरूप सहस्रकरो तम वागीश्वर वरदे शिव साम्ब सदा शिव साम्ब सदा शिव साम्ब सदा शिव साम्ब शिव सदा शिव साम्ब शिव This is yours. Yeah, you sit here. Okay. Now it's another mic. This doesn't have a wire, okay? Om Om okay? You know Keharvatal, right? जय त्रिपुरारी भव भयहारी दुखहारी हरे नमः शिवाय जय त्रिपुरारी भव भयहारी और you can say ശരിയാ പറഞ്ഞില്ലേ താഴെ जय त्रिपुरारी भव भयहारी दुखहारी हरे नमः शिवाय जय त्रिपुरारी भव भयहारी हारी हरे नमः शिवाय शिवाय that's better, yeah. Din 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 da din पड़ी कंड में माल भुजंगा, गोरे गात विभूति विराजे, गोरे गात विभूति, गोरे गात विभूति विराजे, मृगशाला युध शरीर नंगा, मृगशाला युध शरीर नंगा। जय गिरीश, जय गिरीश, जय महाईश, जगदीश ईश हरे नमः शिवाय, नमः शिवाय हरे नमः शिवाय, नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय, नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय,
नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय।
मस्तक पर चंद्रमा विराजे, मोक्ष प्रदायक नेत्र सुहावे, मस्तक पर चंद्रमा विराजे, मोक्ष प्रदायक नेत्र सुहावे, एक हाथ में त्रिशूल धारे, एक हाथ में त्रिशूल धारे, दूजे कर में डमरू साजे, दूजे कर में डमरू साजे। जय अम्बे, जय अम्बेद, जय महादेव कह रहे वेद, हरे नमः शिवाय, नमः शिवाय ओम 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 नमः Pardon. हे त्रिपुरारी हे गंगाधारी बोले शंकर भस्मरमा भक्त सहाय हे कैलाश के वासी दिखा दो छवि विनाशी हे तेरे भक्त विलासी कि हम दर्शन की प्यासी हे त्रिपुरारी गंगाधारी हे त्रिपुरारी हे गंगाधारी बोले भक्त सहाय है कैलाशवासी, दिखा दो छवि अविनाशी, जे तेरे भक्त विलासी, अज्ञान दर्शन की प्यासी, हे त्रिपुरारी गंगाधारी। नित्य प्रति जो बोले बाबा को ध्याके, नित्य प्रति जो बोले बाबा को ध्याके, मंदिर में उनको ध्यान लगा के, मंदिर में उनको ध्यान लगा के, पुष्प चढ़ा के भजन है गाकर तेरे शंकर, सुन लो पुकार कर आधार है कैलाश के वासी, दिखा दो छवि अविनाशी, हे तेरे भक्त विलासी, अज्ञान दर्शन की प्यासी, हे त्रिपुरारी गंगाधारी। संकट में जब भक्त पुकारे, संकट में जब भक्त पुकारे, पावन तेरा नाम उचारे, पावन तेरा नाम उचारे, संकट करते सबके नीलेश्वर, कर कल्याण रूप महान, दिखा दो अविनाशी, दिखा दो छवि अविनाशी, हे तेरे भक्त विलासी, अज्ञान दर्शन की प्यासी, हे त्रिपुरारी गंगाधारी। नेक से भक्ति तेरे चरणों में अर्पण, नेक से भक्ति तेरे चरणों में अर्पण, ध्यान में तेरे रहे डूबा मेरा मन, ध्यान में तेरे रहे डूबा मेरा मन, हे शिव शंकर मुझको दो निर्मल, हे शिव शंकर मुझको दो निर्मल भक्ति पावन, सांझ सवेरे दर्शन तेरे है रे भक्त विलासी, दिखा दो अविनाशी, हे तेरे भक्त विलासी, अज्ञान दर्शन की प्यासी, हे त्रिपुरारी गंगाधारी, हे त्रिपुरारी हे गंगाधारी बोले शंकर, भक्त रमा भक्त सहाय है कैलाश के वासी, दिखा दो छवि अविनाशी, हे तेरे भक्त विलासी, अज्ञान दर्शन की प्यासी, हे त्रिपुरारी गंगाधारी। You're on the YouTube, you know. Occasionally you can see. दया करो भगवान शंकर, दया करो दया करो भगवान शंकर, दया करो भगवान। त्रिनेत्रधारी त्रिशूलधारी, त्रिनेत्रधारी त्रिशूलधारी गंगाधारी, दया गंगाधारी दया करो भगवान शंकर दया करो भगवान। चंद्रशेखर चंद्रकलाधर चंद्रशेखर चंद्रकलाधर सांब सदा शिव दया करो 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 भगवान शंकर दया करो भगवान। हे त्रिपुरारी भवभयहारी हे त्रिपुरारी भवभयहारी हे दुखहारी दया करो हे दुखहारी दया करो हे दुखहारी दया करो हे दुखहारी दया करो भगवान शंकर दया करो भगवान दया करो भगवान शंकर दया करो भगवान। Many, about 300 songs. ഞാൻ പ്ലേ பண்ண போறேன் பாருங்க. continue.
Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya,
Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya,
Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya,
Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya,
Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya.
Bolo Om Namah Shivaya, Prabhu Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya,
Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya,
Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya.
Bolo Om Namah Shivaya, Prabhu Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya.
Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari,
Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari.
Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari.
Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari.
Bolo He Nath Narayan Vasudeva,
He Nath Narayan Vasudeva.
He Nath Narayan Vasudeva,
He Nath Narayan Vasudeva.
He Nath Narayan Vasudeva.
He Nath Narayan Vasudeva.
Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari,
Oh, Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari.
Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe,
Radhe Radhe Govinda Gopal Radhe.
Radhe Radhe Govinda Gopal Radhe,
Radhe Radhe Govinda Gopal Radhe.
Oh Radhe Radhe Govinda Gopal Radhe.
Radhe Radhe Govinda Gopal Radhe.
Om Namah Shivaya, Prabhu Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya,
Om Namah Shivaya, Prabhu Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
जय राम जय जय राम
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे
श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे
हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा
हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा
कर्पूर गौरव करुणावतारव
कर्पूर गौरव करुणावतारम्
कर्पूर गौरव करुणावतारव
कर्पूर गौरव करुणावतारम्
संसार सारव भुजगेन्द्रहारव
संसार सारं भुजगेन्द्रहारम्
संसार सारव भुजगेन्द्रहारव
संसार सारं भुजगेन्द्रहारम्
गोविंद जय जय हो गोपाल जय जय
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय
ओ
जय
राधा रमन हरि गोविंद जय जय
राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय
राधा रमन हरि गोविंद जय जय
राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय
ओ राधा रमन हरि गोविंद जय जय
राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
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 बोलो श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
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 श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे
श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे
हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा
हे नाथ
I'm surprised we are still so vibrant after 24 hours of being with Lord Shiva. This morning will be a very short service because most of us are tired. That's one. Two, most of us should have been up all night last night because last night was the night of Shiva. So this morning I want to say one thing, which is the focusing of the mind. Lord Shiva, when you see his personality, his portrait, he's always in the seat of meditation. His eyes are half opened, his hands upon his legs in a chin mudra, and he sits there and he just is lost to the world. And then someone asked him, why are you meditating? People should meditate on you. Why are you meditating? You are the Lord, you are all consciousness. He says, yes, I am meditating upon the minds of my devotees. My devotees, I want to take care of them. And that is why the prayer that we talk, Karpura Gauram Karunavataram, Avatar means incarnation. Karuna means compassion. He's an avatar, he's an incarnation of compassion. So what does he do? He takes care of our mind. Focusing is one of the most important things in the world today. Focusing on the mind. Because this mind is so frivolous. This mind only wants to go to things that will give it pleasure. Pleasurable things. You check your email, you want to see how many messages come, what messages are there any messages that will tantalize my mind, is any message that will make my mind feel happy, etc., etc. The Lord Shiva says he focuses on your mind because he says if the mind is right, the person is right. What is focus? Focus is the currency of the modern economy. Please think about what I'm saying. Focus is the currency of modern economy, which means that if you are to think of, when you are focusing on any subject, whatever it is, your focus, you must be totally absorbed in it. Because once you're not absorbed in it, your mind goes away. Lord Shiva, he sits there, the moon is on his head, this is all symbolic. The moon represents our mind, and where he has it in the most precious part of his body, on top of his head. Because he's telling us that your mind must be focused. And when your mind is focused, it does not waste time with frivolous things. One day, Swami Vivekananda was walking with another Swami. When they came, while in the journey, they came to a river. And they had to cross the river. The Swami who was with Swami Vivekananda, he started walking on the water. And he turned around and he said to Swami Vivekananda, why aren't you coming? He said, I'm going to come. Swami Vivekananda went further down the river, saw a boatman, gave him 2 paise, and paise means like 2 pennies, and then he said, what? Take me across. So he met the Swami on the opposite side, and he asked the Swami said, I'm really surprised that you could not walk on the water. Everybody is speaking so highly of you, nobody speaks about me. So Swami Vivekananda asked him, how long did it take you to acquire this power, or siddhi is called in Sanskrit, siddhi, or this power of walking on water? He said, it took me 20 years. 20 years of japa just to walk on the water. And you know what Swami Vivekananda said? it took me 2 minutes to go down to the river, get a boatman, pay him the 2 paise, and he take me across the river. Why? Look how many years you wasted for a simple thing like this. This is why when our minds get, as I said, our mind is a devil's workshop, and this is where Shivaratri is about. Shivaratri is to focus during our meditation. We focus on the mind. We keep the mind the focal point. Look, when you I sound like Biden. Every time when Biden speaks, he says, "Look." Anyhow, when you want to burn a piece of paper with the sunlight, we all know this as little children. We take a magnifying glass, we put it on the sunlight, we put it over the paper, and when the focal point of that magnifying glass comes, the paper would burn. Isn't that true? Yeah. No matches, the paper would burn through the power, because it was all what? Focused. Einstein would come home from his lab. He's in his lab, he's trying to work out some invention or whatever the case may be. And when he will come home, you know, he used to be in Germany. You all know that. He used to be in Germany before. And when he used to, and it was cold, when he would come home, he'd come home with his coat will still have the hanger in it. He didn't even know. He put on the coat, but he did not know that the coat had a hanger in it. It's not because he was stupid, because his mind was so focused on what he was doing, he could not remember which coat it was or what hanger was there. This is what we have to get, not only in our day-to-day living, but also we have to get this spirituality. More than spirituality, this is a real value to have your mind focused. Our mind likes to play tricks on us. We do one thing, and we go on the second thing. When we go on the second thing, we are still remember number one, what we were doing. We go on the third thing. While we're on the third thing, we remember number two and number one. The mind is not without is difficult to focus it. And this comes, we can get the sharpening of this mind with meditation, prayer, fasting, and try to be spiritual. Here, I just want to remind you, spiritual does not mean religious. Spiritual means that you're a kind person, you think about others' welfare, you try to do good, you try to do everything that is will make someone else happy, and that is spirituality. That spirituality comes from us focusing. Focusing is one of the most important things. And then, are you okay? Coughing is always it's not allowed, because we gotta be careful here with coughing. Okay, all right. There we are. And because the mind is a pleasure-seeking nature. Pleasure-seeking. Look, when you want to exercise in the morning, let us say you go to the gym or you do certain exercises and you have to exercise. You get up, say, maybe I should not exercise today. I should just skip today. You skip today. When tomorrow comes, you'll skip tomorrow also. And so it goes on and on, because this mind only likes to seek pleasure. The mind is a pleasure-seeking subject. So, first of all, we must try to keep our mind focused. And when we keep our minds focused, so many things we can do when our minds are focused. And so many things we mess up when our minds are not focused. You're driving on the road, you pass a light. When you pass the light, and then you say, was that light green when I passed it, or was it red? Why? Your mind was not on the driving. Your mind was somewhere else totally. So, this pleasure-seeking mind is a mind that is not very well focused, and because of these things, our meditation, like last night, our prayers to Lord Shiva for the 24 hours, which finished this morning 4:30, is to help us in these ways. The Lord is always there, but how do you describe the Lord? In Ramcharitmanas, there's a beautiful chopai how the Lord is described.
Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama. Shri Ram Jai Jai Rama.
Benu pada chalai, sunaya benu kana. Benu pada chalai, sunaya benu kana. Kara benu karama karaya bidhinana.
Oh, Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama.
Ananarayeta sakala rasa bhoge. Ananarayet sakala rasa bhoge. Binu bani vakata vada joge.
Oh, Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama.
Sitaram, 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 Sitaram.
Sitaram, 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 Sitaram.
Sitaram, 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 Sitaram.
Sitaram, 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 Sitaram.
Binu pada chalai, sunaya binu kana. Binu pada sunaya
Binu Kana.
kara binu karama karaya bidhinana.
Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama.
Oh, ananarayeta sakala rasa bhoge. Ananarayeta sakala rasa bhoge. Binu bani bhakata vada joge.
Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama.
वह ब्रह्म बिना पैर के चलता गए, बिना कान के सुनता गए, और बिना हाथ के नाना प्रकार के कर्म करता गए. Who is the Lord? Hinduism describes the Lord as this. Many people refer to Hindus as idol worshippers. They only worship stone, etc. But the Lord is described as the person who binu pada chalai, without feet he walks, or sunaya binu kana, he hears although he has no ears. Karabinu karama karaya bidhinana, he does all his works, even he has no hands, all his work is done. He is the Lord. Anana rahita sakala rasa bhogi, he enjoys everything, even all food, etc. He enjoys, although he has no mouth. Hindus have a practice where they offer prasad to the Lord. In some real strict Hindu homes, they have a tradition that before they have any meal, they will take it to the altar and offer it unto the Lord before they partake of it. That is why the bhog is known as juta. Juta means someone has eaten it before. Mohan bhog means Lord Mohan ate that food and then you are eating it. Which means the Lord partook of it and then you eat it. Now you say, how come the Lord partook of it? Lord was never there. So the Lord eats the food just by smelling, by seeing, he eats the food. Hinduism is a symbolic religion. It's symbolic in the sense that all these murtis and this beautiful work that we spend dressing up this lingam and Lord Shiva is because we feel, or the saints and sages gave us these forms to focus on, otherwise we'll never have anything to focus. And every religion have idols. Every single religion has something that they focus on. I'm not here to get into that, but you can look for that yourself. And so this is the Lord of the Hindus, who eats without a mouth, who works without a hand, who hears without ears, and who walks without feet. And what else? Ambenu bani bakata javajogi. And he has no larynx. You know what's larynx? Voice box. You're a voice box, right? No? So he's the most clever speaker. Even he does not have the larynx to speak with, and he has no vocal cords. His vocal cords could be paralyzed. It doesn't matter to him because he has none. This is the Lord that we worship. One more chapai.
Ram Siya Ram Jai Jai Ram Patit Pavan Sita Ram
Sana binu parasana yana binu dekha. Dan binu pasaya shesha.
Ram Siya Ram Jai Jai Ram Patit Pavan Sita Ram
Asisa babati alokika karani. Mahima jaso jai nahi barani.
Ram Siya Ram Jai Jai Ram Patit Pavan Sita Ram
Asisa babati alokika karani. Mahima jasu parasa nayana binodeka. He touches although he does not have any body. Nayana means eyes. Nayana binodeka. He sees although he has no eyes. Grahya grana binubasaya shesha. And he catches all the odors, all the smells, although he has no nose. Asti sababhati alokika karani. So marvelous are in all ways are his actions that one finds. Mahima jasu jai nahi barani. No one can describe that Lord of the cosmos. No one can describe it. That is the Lord that we worship. Duha.
Bolo Ram, Bolo Ram, Bolo Ram, Bolo Ram, Bolo Ram, 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 Bolo Ram, 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 Bolo Ram, 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 Bolo Ram, Ram, Ram.
Jai Megavahi Veda Buddha. Jai Darahi Muni Jaan. Soy Dasarata Sutta Bhagavata Gita. Kosalapati Bhagavan.
Bolo Ram, Bolo Ram, Bolo Ram, Bolo Ram, Bolo Ram, 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 Bolo Ram, 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 Bolo Ram, 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 Bolo Ram, Ram, Ram.
Bhare bhaye so kya bhaye. Jaise ped khajur. Bhare
तो क्या बने जैसे पेड़ खजूर
पंछी को छाया नहीं और
फल ना गाती तो बोलो राम बोलो राम बोलो राम बोलो राम बोलो राम 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 बोलो राम 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 बोलो राम राम राम
It is a fallacy and also it's a mark of ignorance to expect that another person, be it your spouse, be it your child, be it your brother, be it your sister, be it your friend. It is a fallacy and a mark of ignorance to expect that some other person will give you happiness. No? It's very important to understand this. Never ever think another person, be it the closest person, be even the closest person to you. They, as a matter of fact, they give you more trouble than anything else. So it's a mark of ignorance to expect that those who are closest to us will give us happiness. Buddha, he felt shocked that people should be subject to this type of folly, this type of ignorance. And because of that, he did many spiritual exercises. And he came to a certain decision that he has to find happiness in himself by himself. So he then went to Gaya, and there in Gaya, Gaya is a place in India where Buddha went. I don't know, has anyone here been to Gaya? No? Gaya is a place that where people go and do Shraddh for their ancestors. I went to Gaya. And at that time it was very badly developed. There was nothing like hotel. I slept in our dharamsala. Anyhow, he went to Gaya and there he experienced the bliss. Buddha was in meditation for so many months. And when he woke up, all these disciples were around him. And when he woke up, they were expecting that he will say some great words. You know what he said? I am hungry, I need something to eat. Anyhow, then the Buddha became enlightened and he gave the world his message. Buddham sharanam gacchami.
घबराए जब मन अनमोल, तब मानव तू मुख से बोल, बुद्धं शरणं गच्छामि, बुद्धं शरणं गच्छामि, बुद्धं शरणं गच्छामि। घबराए जब मन अनमोल, तब मानव तू मुख से बोल,
Buddham sharanam gacchami.
बुद्धं शरणं गच्छामि।
Buddham sharanam. Buddha realized that this happiness could not be got from outside. And this is something that I've spoken so much about, that we all must remember that if we want to have that bliss, if we want to have that peace, and if we want to have that happiness, then we must look inside. I told you this story when Lord Shiva burnt Kamdev with his third eye. Then he is telling people that if you want to be happy, don't look outward with your eyes. Try to look inward. But these eyes cannot look inward. These eyes are only made to look outward. Try to look inward. And this is the focus of my talk this morning, which was about focus, is that you must focus the mind in such a way that you can when you deal with a subject, you deal with one subject. Focus the mind and focus the mind entirely into that. You see, the mind always like a little, what they call dopamine kick. Have you heard the word dopamine kick? The mind loves dopamine kick. So when you see a little pleasure, they feel happy and they go ahead with it. Now we are going to have a few bhajans and then I'll do Gita and then we're going to wrap up quite quickly.
प्रेम से तू गाले रसना, नाम शिव जी का, वो ही
हिमाचल की बेटी, मेरा भोला बसे काशी है? मैं हिमाचल की बेटी और मेरा भोला बसे काशी। सारी उम्र तेरी सेवा करूंगी, सारी उम्र तेरी सेवा करूंगी, बनकर तेरे दासी। पर्वत मगन हो गया,
सारा कैलाश पर्वत मगन हो
बोलो।
गया। ऐसा डमरू बजाया भोलेनाथ ने, सारा कैलाश पर्वत मगन हो गया।
हर हर शंभो।
सारा कैलाश पर्वत मगन हो गया। डमरू बजाया भोलेनाथ ने, सारा कैलाश मगन हो गया।
ऐसे डमरू बजाए भोलेनाथ रे, ऐसे डमरू
बजाया भोलेनाथ ने,
सारे कैलाश पर्वत मगन हो गया। डमरू को सुनकर जी गणपत चले,
डमरू को सुनकर के गणपत चले,
गणपत चले संग कार्तिक चले,
गणपत चले संग कार्तिक चले।
महाअंबे का मन भी
मगन हो गया, महाअंबे का मन मगन हो गया। सारा कैलाश पर्वत मगन हो गया।
डमरू को सुनकर जी रामा जी आए,
डमरू को सुनकर ही रामा जी आए,
रामा जी आए सीता लक्ष्मण भी आए,
रामा जी आए सीता संग आए।
मैया सीता के मन में मगन हो गया, मैया सीता का मन में मगन हो गया। सारे कैलाश पर्वत
मगन हो गया। ऐसा डमरू बजाया भोलेनाथ ने, सारा कैलाश पर्वत मगन हो गया।
डमरू को सुनकर के ब्रह्मा चले,
डमरू को सुनकर के ब्रह्मा चले,
जहाँ ब्रह्मा चले वहाँ विष्णु चले,
ब्रह्मा चले वहाँ विष्णु चले।
डमरू को सुनकर के ब्रह्मा, मैया लक्ष्मी का मन भी मगन हो गया, मैया लक्ष्मी का मन भी मगन हो गया। सारे कैलाश पर्वत मगन हो गया।
ऐसा डमरू बजाया भोलेनाथ ने, सारा कैलाश पर्वत मगन हो गया।
प्रवाह सरयू
का मन भी मगन हो गया, सारा कैलाश पर्वत मगन हो गया। ऐसा डमरू बजाया भोलेनाथ ने, ऐसा डमरू बजाया।
सारे कैलाश पर्वत मगन हो गया। ऐसे डमरू बजाए भोलेनाथ रे, ऐसे डमरू बजाए भोलेनाथ रे। सारे कैलाश पर्वत मगन हो गया। ऐसे डमरू बजाए भोलेनाथ रे, ऐसे डमरू
बजाया भोलेनाथ ने,
ऐसे डमरू बजाए भोलेनाथ रे,
बजाया भोलेनाथ ने।
ऐसे डमरू बजाए भोलेनाथ रे। सारे कैलाश पर्वत मगन हो गया।
ऐसा डमरू बजाया भोलेनाथ ने, सारा कैलाश पर्वत मगन
हो गया। गीता ध्यान।
ओम
पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवतां
नारायणेन स्वयं
व्यासेनागदितान् पुराणमुनिनां
मध्ये महाभारतम्
अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणि भगवते
अष्टादशाध्यायिनी
अम्बा त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवत्
गीते भवद्वेषिणी।
नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धिं
फुल्लारविन्दायत पत्रनेत्र
येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णम्
प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमया प्रदीप
प्रपन्नपारिजाताय
रुद्रवेत्रैकपाणे
ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय
गीतामृतदुहे नमः।
सर्वोपनिषदो गावो
दोका गोपालनन्दन
पाठो वत्स सुधीर्भुक्ता
दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत्
वसुदेवसुतं देवं
कंसचाणूरमर्दनं
देवकी परमानन्दं
कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरु।
भीष्मद्रोणा तथा जयादता जला
गान्धारनीलोत्पला
शल्याग्राहवते कृपेण वगनी
कर्णेन वेलाकुला
अश्वत्थामा विकर्णघोरमकरा
दुर्योधनावर्तिनी
ज्योतिर्ना खलु पाण्डवैरननधिर्
कैवर्तका केशवा
पाराशर्या वचः सरोजममलम्
गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटम्
नानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथा
सम्बोधनाबोधितम्
लोके सज्जनशतपदैरहरः
पीपीयमानं मुदा
भूयद्भारतपङ्कजं कलिमलम्
प्रध्वंसिलं श्रेयसे
मूकं करोति वाचालम्
पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं
यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे
परमानन्दमाधवम्
यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुता
स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवै
वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदः
गायन्ति यं सामगा
ज्ञानाङ्गस्थिरतद्गतेन मनसाम्
पश्यन्ति यं योगिनो
यस्यान्तं न विदुसुरासुरगणाम्
देवाय तस्मै नमः।
chapter 6, verse 5. Chapter 6, verse 5. Verse 5. Got it? Good. Uddaret atmanatmanam
Uddaret atmanatmanam
natmanam avasadayet
natmanam avasadayet
atmaiva hyatmano bandhur
atmaiva hyatmano bandhu
atmaiva ripu atmanam.
atmaiva ripuratmanah.
I was just thinking that Professor Anand should have been here to give the talk at 11 o'clock, but there she is. She's never usually late. I know, I saw you. I saw you from the corner of my eye. That's why I'm saying so. Yeah, of course I know that. Please, narrate it. I'm just reading a shloka from the Gita. So, her father was a very, Professor Anand's father, oh, Sanya? Oh, you said this, okay. Her father was a lover of Bhagavad Gita. And when I went at their complex, where the father's complex that is, when he had passed, we did Gita together with the Minister of Defense and herself. The Minister of Defense is her sisters, you know?
Yes.
She used to be the one who used to be shining. But no, the sun has gone under the clouds.
She's still shining. She's still shining in our hearts.
The Minister of Defense is the one who is all over the place. So there you are. So I read it over again. Udaret atma atmanam
Uddaret atmanatmanam
natmanam avasadayet
natmanam avasadayet
atmaiya atmano bandhur
atmaiva hyatmano bandhur
atmaiva ripuratmanam
atmaiva ripuratmanah.
Udharet atmana. One must deliver, as they said in there, one has to use your own mind to deliver yourself. Your mind can bring it, and what your thoughts, what you're thinking, we see this happening every day with great personalities. The mind, where it takes us, and we allow it to take us to places where we should not go, then what it does? It pulls us down. The same mind that I talked about this morning, if we can have it focused, that mind, if the mind is focused, so many things we can do with it. So many good things we can do with it. And the Bhagavad Gita, this Bhagavad Gita, what the lesson it gives, it's not for Hindus. This lesson is for the world. Research is done in all the places, like in Harvard and so many great places on Bhagavad Gita. And they have found its philosophy, what has been said thousands of years ago, can be put into practice today. And they marveled how this philosophy was said thousands of years ago. And what a civilization that we have come from. What a civilization we have come from. The blood of those rishis run in our veins and take us to those places. So, as I said, this Bhagavan Krishna is telling Arjuna, use your mind to elevate yourself. Do not allow the mind to put you down into the baseless activities that we then regret from time to time. If for last night, we were here till 4 o'clock this morning, so our service is shortened today because we have the professor and we don't want to waste her time. So Professor Sonia Anand the crowd is not very big here today, but the people viewing is quite a lot, so you can please speak to them. You can speak to, please you. So Sonia is, I knew her 40 years, no, I can't be 40 years because I will be dating her if I do that. I knew Sonia a long time ago, let us put it that way, a long, long time ago. The first time I met her, I told her, I'll take you all, herself and another a girl was there with her. She was the daughter of my very good friend from Jamaica. So Ogilvy was her name. So I told both of them, I'll take you all to lunch. Well, you know what? It never materialized. Up to now, I have never taken that. Sonia then got 3 children. I think Ogilvy went, and I don't know how many children she has, and she's in Vancouver. And her father she lost her father also. So Sonia, we'll make lunch one day. So Sonia is here. She is an expert in medicine as it relates to hypertension and diabetes, stroke, and cholesterol, which I talk on that you should not take statin, but she's a statin lady. Anyhow, so she is going to speak to us today. Sonia?
Thank you very much, Dr. Dubé.
That thing's not working. Can you give her something that's working, please?
Thank you very much, Dr. Dubé, as always, and pleasure to be here. And I wouldn't say I'm, a statin, yes or no. I would say I practice by the evidence. And if the evidence...
She's come from McMaster, which is evidence...
Evidence-based
Evidence-based medicine.
That's correct. So
Whether it's wrong, still give it away.
there is a time and place for statins and other
Okay.
medications, but
Can you put it back, please?
I'm just pleasure to be here, and today we're going to be actually seeing some patients in a clinic. But I've spoken here many times before about what types of things we can do to stay healthy, and really we describe that as healthy, active living, which is getting enough walking or steps per day, not eating too much, keeping the carbohydrates low. That helps prevent the central fat we call the Canadian tire. If you have that central fat, you might have risk factors for heart disease like blood pressure, high blood sugar, and high cholesterol. And those are all risk factors for heart attack, stroke, and other vascular disease that Dr. Dubé has operated on many patients with vascular disease. So we're trying to prevent that. Sometimes you need medications to do that. Other times you can do it with a very strict lifestyle regime. And I'm sure Dr. Dubé's spoken about things such as intermittent fasting and regular exercise. That helps prevent heart disease. If you develop heart disease or stroke or vascular disease, there's excellent evidence that helps direct your doctors to use medications. And those medications are very effective. So if your doctor recommends them, you should take them. And we can prevent you from having another heart attack or requiring bypass surgery. Or if you've had bypass surgery, prevent those arteries from closing up again. So we're lucky in cardiovascular medicine to have so much evidence to help us direct treatment. For other conditions like cancer, we don't have as many solutions yet. So I think Dr. Dubé's been a leader here in the temple and amongst the South Asian community to help us try and prevent heart disease. So I'm always happy to be back, and thank you, Dr. Dubé.
Thank you, Sonia. Now, because Sonia is here, we'll do a little bit of meditation, so she can sit down and meditate a little bit, and then I will go with her down to the clinic. We're supposed to start at 11:30, but they can wait, right, Son? Right, okay. Once she says yes, then that's fine. Then I leave you all to close off, but I like to do a little meditation that now that she's here with us. Prabhu Ji,
Prabhu Ji,
Daya Karo,
Daya Karo,
Man Mein
Mane Mein
Ana Baso. You can follow the translation. तुम बिना लागे सुना,
तुम बिना लागे सुना,
कालीगत में प्रेम भरो,
कालीगत में प्रेम भरो।
Let us take our thoughts far away from here and try to communicate with that being who gives us health, happiness and peace. Tantra mantra puja nahi janu,
तंत्र मंत्र पूजा नहीं जानू,
मैं तो केवल तुमको ही मानू,
मैं तो केवल तुमको ही मानू,
सारे जग में ढूंढा तुमको,
सारे जग में ढूंढा तुमको,
अब तो आकर बहादुरू,
अब तो आकर बाहर धरो।
Let us do 2 pranayams and then we go into silence for 2 minutes. In your silence, talk to the God that you know or to divine power. There's some divinity around that controls this universe. Talk to him or her. 2 minutes and then we continue. Pranayam. I'm all peace. I'm all bliss. Allow that peace to pervade through my entire being. Give me the strength to say no when it is not right. Allow me to smile even under difficult circumstances. Bless my ancestors on this day of Amavas. Bless my Pitras, father, mother who have left this mortal world and gone to a different place. Bless them. Keep them warm. and give them peace also. Om Shanti Om. I'm a peaceful soul.
Om Shanti Om. I'm a peaceful soul. Trayambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam urvarukmiva vandanat mrityormukshi amamrita.
Asato ma sadagamaya Tamaso ma jyotirgamaya.
Asato ma satgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya.
Mrityormaya mritam gamaya.
Om Shanti 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 Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Bhakti ke deep jalao.
भक्ति के दीप जलाओ.
जीवन को स्वर्ग बनाओ.
जीवन को स्वर्ग बनाओ.
दया से पीड़ा मिटाओ.
अमृत रस बरसाओ. ओम शांति शांति शांति. ओम शांति शांति शांति.
ओ जीवन को नित महकाओ.
जीवन को नित महकाओ.
सब अवगुण को बिसराओ.
सब अवगुण को बिसराओ.
हर संताप हटाओ.
नारायण को हर्षाओ. ओम शांति शांति शांति. ओम शांति शांति शांति.
Om Sahanavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Saviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinapatitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sarve bhavantu sukhina. Sarve santu niramaya. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. Ma kaschit dukkha bhag bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Rub your hands together. As I always say, all the energies in your fingertips, according to yoga, put over your face. Absorb that energy today. I just want to draw your attention to this last prayer. Sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve santu niramaya. Hindus do this in their prayer. I mean, they pray for the whole world. They don't pray only for Hindus. They don't pray for people only who believe in Rama or Krishna. They pray for everyone. And this is the philosophy of Hinduism. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. The world is one family. I am going to leave Pandit Bhoj to take over ably because I have to go with the professor. Otherwise she'll be very upset. You all come down early when you finish? Yeah, that's full circle.
Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. जय शिव शंकर भोले शंकर दुख को दूर करो। हे शंकर कैलाशपति तुम हमरे कष्ट हरो। जय शिव शंकर भोले शंकर
तुमको रूप बदलो। हे शंकर कैलाशपति तुम हमरे कष्ट हरो।
हे शिव शंकर हे प्राणयंकर स्वीकार करो तुम वंदन। हे शिव शंकर हे प्राणयंकर स्वीकार करो तुम वंदन। तुम शक्तिमान तुम दया निधान टूटे ना अपना वंदन। हे शिव शंकर हे प्राणयंकर स्वीकार करो तुम वंदन। जय शिव शंकर भोले शंकर दुख को दूर करो। हे शंकर कैलाशपति तुम हमरे कष्ट हरो। कैलाश तुम्हारा नाम अमर मन मेरा भटके डगर डगर। कैलाश तुम्हारा धाम अमर मन मेरा भटके डगर डगर। तुम दूर हृदय के वह करते। तुम दूर हृदय के वह करते। तुम सरल करो मेरा जीवन। तुम सरल करो मेरा जीवन। हे शिव शंकर हे प्राणयंकर स्वीकार करो तुम वंदन। जय शिव शंकर भोले शंकर दुख को दूर करो। हे शंकर कैलाशपति तुम हमरे कष्ट हरो। हे शिव शंकर भोले ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः
A beautiful rendition. Yeah, we do one kirtan more, and then we will conclude with Sitaram Sitaram. Today's Priti Bhoj is sponsored once again by Ukabhai Patel, and I hope you'll go down, enjoy your lunch. We had an early breakfast this morning, and this is brunch now for us. And those of you who have to visit the doctor, please don't miss your appointment because it is important.
नटराजा नटराजा नटन शिकरा राजा। नटराजा नटराजा नटन शिकरा राजा। शिवराजा शिवराजा नटन शिकरा राजा। शिवराजा शिवराजा नटन शिकरा
जाए विधि राखे राम, जाए विधि
रहिए। मुख में हो राम नाम, राम सेवा हाथ में। प्यारे राम तेरे साथ में। विधि का विधान जाए राम सही। जाए विधि राखे राम, ताहि विधि रहिए। किया अभिमान तो फिर मान नहीं पाएगा। होगा प्यारे वही जो श्री राम जी को पाएगा। कल आशा त्याग शुभ काम करते रहिए। जाए विधि राखे राम, ताहि विधि रहिए। जिंदगी के दौर सो हाथ दीननाथ के। महलों में राखी चाहे झोपड़ी में बांध दे। धन्यवाद निर्निवाद राम नाम कहिए। जाए विधि राखे राम, ताहि विधि रहिए।
आशा एक राम जी से
टूटी आशा जोड़ो। नाता एक राम जी से दूजा नाता तोड़ दे। साधु संगे राम रंगे, अंगे अंगे रंगिए। चाहे विधि राखे राम, ताहि विधि रहिए।
भजो मन श्री राधे,
ओ राधे श्री राधे गोविंद, भज मन श्री राधे।
श्री राधे जय जय राधे।
ओ राधे श्री राधे जय जय राधे।
राधे गोविंद भजो मन श्री राधे।
ओ राधे श्री राधे गोविंद, भज मन श्री राधे। वृंदावन राधे राधे, राधे राधे,
नंद गाँव में,
राधे राधे,
नंद गाँव में,
राधे राधे,
बरसाने में,
राधे राधे,
बरसाने में,
राधे राधे,
विष्णु मंदिर में,
राधे राधे,
विष्णु मंदिर में,
राधे राधे,
राधे राधे
राधे राधे,
राधे राधे
राधे राधे, 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 राधे राधे,
जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे। वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की
जय।
सतगुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। Tomorrow being a holiday, our Shiv Puja will start at 5 o'clock. For those of you who are not here and you're viewing this program, and if you're coming on Monday, Shiv Puja instead of 6, because it's a family day, you will start at 5 and probably finish by 6:30. So please note the time for this program. Remember, we have our holy dinner coming up. It is on March 18th, and tickets are available at the temple. Our children will be performing and other artists. This is for Holi. Holi Bhagwa, as we call it, is on the 7th. The burning of Holika is on the 6th, and that day is also Satyanarayan Bhagwan Purnima Puja. So we will start about 6 o'clock, and after the puja, we'll do the ceremonial burning of Holika Dahan, and that will lead us into the spring festival of Holi, the colorful festival. We do Aarti now. Please come up and do Aarti.
ओम जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे भक्त जनों के संकट दास जनों के संकट क्षण में का।
ओम जय जगदीश हरे।
मात पिता तुम मेरे, शरण गो मैं किसकी।
तुम बिना और न दूजा, आश करूं मैं किसकी। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। तुम पूर्ण परमात्मा, तुम अंतर्यामी।
पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर, तुम सबके स्वामी।
ओम जय जगदीश हरे।
तुम करुणा के सागर, तुम पालन करता।
मैं मूरख कलकामी, मैं सेवक तुम स्वामी। कृपा करो वरदा।
ओम जय जगदीश हरे। हो एक अगोचर, सबके प्राणपति।
स्वामी सबके प्राणपति।
किस विध मिलो दया में, किस विध मिलो दया में। तुमको मैं कुमति।
ओम जय जगदीश हरे। दीन बंधु दुख हरता, ठाकुर तुम मेरे।
स्वामी रक्षक तुम मेरे।
अपने हाथ उठाओ,
अपने शरण लगावो।
द्वार खड़ा में तेरे।
ओम जय जगदीश हरे।
विषय विकार मिटाओ, पाप हरो देवा।
श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ, श्रद्धा प्रेम बढ़ाओ। संतन की सेवा।
ओम जय जगदीश
हरे।
जन मन धन सब है तेरा।
स्वामी सब कुछ है तेरा।
तेरा तुझको हर पल क्या लागे मेरा।
ओम जय जगदीश हरे।
श्याम सुदर्शन जी की आरती,
जो कोई नर गावे,
चाहत शिवानंद स्वामी सुख संपत्ति पावे। ओम जय
जगदीश। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव, त्वमेव बन्धु च सखा त्वमेव, त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव, त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव। ॐ पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते, पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ द्यौः शान्तिरन्तरिक्षगं, शान्ति पृथिवी शान्ति आपः शान्ति, औषधय शान्ति वनस्पत्य शान्ति, विश्वदेव ब्रह्मा शान्ति सर्वगं शान्तिरेव शान्ति समा शान्तिरिद्धि। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वर, गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। बोलो कैलाशपति शंकर भगवान की
जय।
सब संतन की जय जय। Karam Harihar. Please take your arti and prasad to serve at the door.